Hi friends, so in this video I'm going to tell you about how I've helped finish over 800 tracks in the last 3.5 years. Moreover, I will tell you about the system of creating and finishing tracks that you can apply to your own practice regardless if we work together or not. But first, let me tell you about the mistake that beginner producers make that limits their growth. This mistake is focusing on quality of the production when you just start out. I mean, people invest in mixing courses, mastering courses, they buy extra gear like monitors, headphones and so on, searching for a solution for the problem with the way the track sounds. Why this is a mistake? You see, when you begin, the problems with your track are not because of the mix or the mastering. The problems with your tracks or the way it sounds that does not satisfy you, it's because you make mistakes with the arrangement and composition. So the lack of your knowledge, the lack of your experience leads to poor decisions when you compose a track, and then you make mistakes or have poor decisions when you arrange the track. That's why your track sounds crappy. But it's not because you've made mistakes with mixing and mastering. It's just because the problem is in the beginning. So when you start out, most of the times you don't know what you don't know. So this makes you make mistakes, the same mistakes all over again, and you are in this loop. That's why you are searching for a solution of this problem in the mixing, mastering, gears, plugins and so on, because you don't know that you are making those mistakes. Trust me, I've seen this so many times with so many people. I've done those mistakes as well. But years ago, I've started to work with a mentor who told me that the quality of my production will rise if I focus on the quantity. So if I make a lot of tracks, yeah? So if the level of my tracks is here, the more tracks I make, the bigger the quality, yeah? Make sense? Today, I see without excessive mixing and mastering, my tracks raise in the quality every 5 or 6 tracks. So I make better bass lines, I create better rhythms, I create better arrangement, yeah? And this makes my tracks sound better, not because I've invested heavily in mixing or mastering, yeah? So in order to avoid this loop, when you lose time, energy, momentum, and a lot of money, yeah, focus on finishing tracks and you will see the quality of your production go up. Please let me know in the comments if you've been in this trap, if you can relate to this. If you've been making music for a while, you already know that finishing a track is not such an easy thing, yeah? It requires an experience, knowledge, and a good process of turning your ideas into finished pieces. That's why a lot of people struggle with this, because you need knowledge, process, good habits, and mindset to be in this loop, to have this momentum of finishing tracks. And the best producers, the people you admire, your idols, they all have this, yeah? They have this knowledge and skills, process, and habits. That's why they are so prolific and they release their music and you see their quality of their production grow and grow. And that's why you like those tracks, because there are years in the making and hundreds of tracks, of finished tracks behind them. That's why I focused most of my music education efforts to creating spaces that teaches people how to finish tracks, that supports them in the process, and that gives them the whole motivation and the momentum to do it all over again. That's been what I've been honing for the last 3.5 years, and this is the results of this work is more than 800 finished pieces, 800 finished tracks. I'm really proud of this, and I know this is the system that works, and I would like you to get to know this system so you can benefit from it and grow your skills. Alright, so what is this system? This system focuses more on action, more on doing rather than educating, yeah? It's like 30% of education, 70% of your own work, yeah? So when you join the communities I run, you get a bit of knowledge, but we have a lot of events, a lot of challenges, a lot of ways to motivate you to do your own work. The most important aspect, the most important motivation of this work is to get feedback, quality feedback that gives you the perspective of what have you been doing correct and what's your strengths, what are the areas of improvement, and ideas of how you can improve in those areas. Yeah, so how you can get better with creating tension in your arrangement, better with fluctuating energies, how your motifs and ideas could be better, and so on and so on. So this is the bread and butter. Yeah, people wait for this event, feedback session, the whole month, and it motivates them to do their own work. So in this system, I teach people how to be productive, yeah, how to get the most out of the time you spend in the studio. And this system relies on 3 principles. First principle is planning your work, yeah, so planning micro and macro, so you write down what you want to do in this month, this week, and this session, yeah, because if you think about finishing tracks, it's just a sequence of small steps, yeah, and if you focus on small steps, session by session by session, you get closer to finishing tracks. Yeah, it's just about planning what you want to do and then executing. And in this executing phase, we have this technique called Pomodoro. Yeah, so you work 25 minutes and you take 5 minutes break. It's very effective because it allows you and helps you to focus on the task at hand. Yeah, there is, like everything else, just doesn't matter. You focus on the thing that you are working. Yeah, so it's either like creating bassline or adding new rhythms or arranging a track. Yeah, it helps you to focus, so it's very effective. Then I teach and advise my students to work on 70-80% of their current skill level. Yeah, to avoid this perfectionist's trap, to avoid creating or striking for perfection, yeah, because it's a trap. I just teach people to do good enough things, good enough bassline, good enough tracks, yeah, on 70% people, good enough arrangement. And if you finish a lot of tracks, you will see that your 70% will rise, and rise. My 70% will probably be higher than someone who just is in the studio like year or two, yeah, and my 70% is probably lower than someone who is in the studio like 20-30 years. Yeah, you are going to raise the quality of your productions with the quantity of them. And then I told you about the feedback sessions. Yeah, they are regular, they take place every week in a month. Yeah, that's why there is this rhythm that you're gonna work in your studio, you're gonna prepare the tracks, and you know you get the most value of those feedback sessions. That's why you want to finish tracks. You see other people finishing tracks. That motivates you. You get the feedback from others. You get the feedback from myself. That gives you a motivation, that gives you perspective and a focus on what you should be doing next in order to grow the most. And this is this rhythm, yeah? Education, your own work, and then feedback session that drives a lot of results. And if you get into that rhythm, you're starting to get the results from month 1. I've seen people joining and telling me that in the last year or 6 months they haven't finished a track, but since they joined my community, they've been able to finish 2 tracks a month easily. Yeah, so I know this is possible, and I know this can be done for you, and this can be done for you for yourself. We don't have to work together. You can apply those principles of planning, working in Pomodoro session, working on 70% and finishing tracks, and then you will see a really big growth in your skills and in the quality of your tracks. So I would love to have you on board. I would love to help you finish a lot of tracks. I would love to help you grow. I would love to help you develop your profile, develop your career. So I would like to invite you to our community. Yeah, the link is in the description. We are opening our community 4 times a year, and if currently we are not having a recruitation, you can just leave your email and then we will contact you. Once the recruitation is open, you will hear from us, and this will be the moment for your decision to join us or to stay and do the stuff you've been doing previously and probably get the results you've been having. Yeah, new results require new actions. So I hope you will join us. I hope to see you on the other side, and I hope this was useful. And if you want to learn more of those mindset, habitual and process tricks, make sure you check out this video where I shared my 10 music production observations and experiences and lessons from that part of my work. I hope this will be beneficial, and I'm sure this will be beneficial for you as well. Till the next time, bye.